everyone, it's me, Superman. So today's video is to tell you guys how to be a 2018 Earth tank like me, Superman. I'll personally tell you guys what I do to stay alive as an Earth tank. So first thing first, let's show you the stats. Get right to the point. For my stat points, basically what I chose was Focus Hybrid because obviously it's recommended for these roles, and obviously I'm a tank, so that's why I got it. Now for the first move, the first skill I got was this, because you have to select something just to get to the other. So what I put all my points in for the first thing was this, for damage, critical attack chance, and then the rest of my points I put in my health or my dominance. Now I'm just going to try to max out my health before I try to max out my dominance, because the more health you have, the longer you can last. I mean, my dominance is pretty good, but as for Earth tanks or any tanks in general, you should always try to have a lot of health and a lot of dominance, because dominance is required for keeping aggro and helping you keep more control of the field, I guess you could say. And health is basically to make you last longer. So now that's done, let's get to the next point for my loadout. Let's see. So I got Hard Light Shield. Basically I got Hard Light Shield. The reason why is because as an Earth tank, if you ever use the power Earth as a tank, you all know we don't have any real healing move. What we mostly have is mostly defensive move, and that's where our break comes in. So I got Hard Light Shield as extra protection. Basically it helps me in so many raids and alerts. Just consider it as another shield that will help you stay alive longer. Of course, you need your Brick Golem, because that's what really keeps you alive. This is a must for any Earth tank. This Brick Golem is like the saint to your life. So always make sure that stays alive, and always make sure it's always out and ready for battle with you. Gemstone Shield. Basically, it's another protection, and it's really helpful. It's basically another shielding power that helps you stay in the field a lot longer and takes majority of the damage. Literally, it's like you're not getting hit at all. Of course, you need a pull move, and the pull move I use on this one is called Earthing Grip. Now it's really useful. It can pull in a lot of enemies, and it really can stunt them if your dominance is high enough too. Now Totem is really important in your Earth tank loadout, because your Totem is what keeps your Brick Golem alive. So if you really want to stay in the field a lot longer, not worry much, and you also getting power back while you have your Totem out in the field, I would definitely say this is a must. Now for this part, I have Soothing Sands. The reason why is because it's a healing move. Yes, it is one of the Earth healing moves, and I do want to at least heal myself just for the heck of it. And also it really does give you immunity to a lot of control effects, as it says, and it removes control debuffs. And it's really helpful because 9 out of 10, a lot of tanks are going to either get debuffs or you're going to be stunned or something, and you're going to need this if you want to break out of it, just so you could get back to doing your normal job and staying in the field. Now this is optional, but for me it worked really well. I never had a problem. So if you really prefer this whole loadout, I would definitely say this is a must loadout. So what I use in my inventory loadout on my trinkets basically is a sidekick, because it supports you and attacks your foes. And why not? I mean, honestly, I can't think of anything better to put in it besides just sidekick right at the moment. Until I find something better, maybe sidekick could go out of it. But until then, sidekick is pretty much sticking there. He does pretty good for me. It's not too bad. Now, supply drop is a must for, in my opinion, I feel like supply drop is a must for any role. I don't care if you're a DPS, roller, healer, tank. It is a must. The reason why is because it really is a team player trinket, and it helps everyone. No one, if someone tells you it never saved them, they're lying. At least, I'm not gonna say it can't keep you from dying, but it does give you back your health and your power, and it's very useful. It's very useful, especially if you're in raids and someone need that power or something. I mean, look, all I can say is supply drop is a must for every player, in my opinion. I don't care if you're doing PvP or whatever, it is a must. And then I have Personal Damping Field. What this is basically is another shield. So that would be 1, 2, 3 type shielding effects. The reason why is because, like I said, we don't get much healing powers. All we mostly have is defensive. So I like to make sure when I'm tanking, I'm staying in the field as long as I can until the job is done. So this is a must. I don't know about any other tank, but if you guys personally want this, then go for it. I'll say go all for it. It's really good, and I mean, why not, you know? And also then I have this trinket which gives me health. Basically it's an Earth trinket. Not Earth trinket, my bad. It's a tank trinket, and any tank obviously would need that role. Like any, let me put it like this, any role should get that role trinket for their role. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously it's there for a reason and it makes sense just to get it. Now for my artifact, obviously I got an artifact that is mainly for tanking right now. So of course, because I am a tank, so it gives me dominance, gives me precision and health. This is definitely a how should I put it, a tank artifact. Anyways, that's basically what I use on my whole loadout, my stats, and that's how I do it. This is 2018 Earth loadout. Personally telling you guys, from me to you, this is, in my opinion, I feel like this loadout is awesome. It's superior. Now, I just now thought of it. You know, I was telling you guys, for a Soothing Sense, it's optional. I guess another move you could possibly use if you want to would be this iconic power called, let me look for it, sorry about that. Amazon Deflection. Basically it deflects incoming attacks, protecting yourself from damage. Basically this is really good too. I mean, let's be real, this is really good. Amazon Deflection, heck, I may even put it in my loadout. Now I think about, I may just do that, but all I'm gonna say is either go for that or go for Soothing Sense. It's really up to you. Either way, you're still in a win-win situation. So hopefully you guys like this loadout, and I'm also going to show you how this loadout is in action. So stay tuned, because it's about to happen in 3 seconds.
Is right.
Hey everyone, it's me, Superman. Today I'm going to show you how to Earth tank.
Here, right now.
So the first thing you should know is I switched out my Soothing Sense with Amazonian Deflection.
Take it easy on these
First thing you
guys.
do is always make sure your brick golem is activated. You pull in the aggro, and then you pop a shield, and I just block it out. And then you activate your totem. That way your brick stays alive. Always use your totem any chance you could get, because it gives you back power. Basically it damages that enemy without you doing anything, and it gives you back power, and it also heals your golem. So 2 in 1 day. Now you guys are probably wondering, why are these guys dying if I'm doing a good job tanking? Well, it's not me, it's the gas.
Yes.
So, and the whole group is just DPS, so that's why.
You dare strike me?
Pretty simple job. If you love just sitting back and just, you know, not doing much work, this loadout will definitely be for you.
No security personnel override detected. Activating automated defense security protocols now.
You only fuel my rage.
1199, request assistance.
Notice how my pull also stunts. If your dominance is high enough, or maybe your CR, but I'm most likely sure it's because your dominance, the better you can pull and stunt them.
Try to avoid the security alarms when you can, and manually shut them down when you can't.
Lay down your weapon.
Repairing. No security personnel override
Always make
detected.
sure you pull. Anytime you start a battle, always pull.
Defense security protocols now.
Pain is temporary.
This is odd. Clearly, there were automated defenses engaged in the lobby, but the cameras were knocked out and the doors sealed. I think the League has somehow taken control over the warehouse defenses and are deactivating and reactivating them as they see fit, just to mess with you. Keep on your toes.
Notice how I'm barely using any of my shields, because at this moment I don't really need to. So while I let the other players do their job, I'm just basically blocking it out, barely losing any health.
Shielding.
We must slow them down. More time is needed to obtain the key.
No security personnel override detected. Activating automated defense security protocols now.
Yes, or... Pain is temporary.
Talia, I didn't think she'd be there herself. Do not engage. I'm on...
Shielding.
That little batty will not be telling you any more information, my pets. Now it's just you and me. Oh, and Mr. Wayne's overpriced security mech. Checkmate. This part of the game was amusing, but now it is time for me to take the castle. Goodbye. We shall not meet again.
Use of force authorized. Power dampening grenades.
Alright, pull.
Online.
That's the first thing you do.
Sun settings.
Once you activate your golem, of course, you pull the boss. Pull the boss. Notice how I'm always pulling,
Shields reactivated.
and I'm always making sure my totem is alive. And after that, I just block it out. Now, another good thing about tanking and pro, tank device, in my opinion, is always try to tank the boss the opposite direction away from your group. That way, it mostly just targets you, and it doesn't really hit your group. Also, whenever any player dies nearby you and you near the boss, try to pull away the boss.
Shields
that way, your players
reactivated.
could have time to get your teammate safely, and your player and your teammate could get up without having to worry about dying.
Shields overloaded. Recharging. Shields reactivated. Shields overloaded. Recharging.
Now, you can attack, of course, if you want to, or when you see an opening. But if it's a really, really strong boss, I would recommend just blocking, shielding a lot, and just keep making sure you have that pull.
Shields reactivated. Shields overloaded. Recharging. Shields reactivated. Shields overloaded. Recharging.
I told you not to engage. But you're safe. Now let's see what she was up to.
And that's all your Earth Tank, guys.
Damn.
Hope this
I
video
know why
really
she
helps
came
you
here, and I know
guys
where she's headed
with
next.
Earth Tanking
Look,
in
I need your help with
2018. If
this,
there's a
but I
new
can't
loadout
reveal
or
the location of the
something new to
Batcave.
do for this
You'll have to
tower, I
trust
will
me.
definitely make another
next
update
part might
again
be
and make sure you players are
uncomfortable.
updated. That way you actually do a great job in raids, alerts, and duos.